Good evening. Welcome to the 5th night of a silent minute. I hope that tonight finds you well and that you're staying warm. We're cold over here. I have my 2 companions snoring away, my 4-legged babies, which those that were here last night will be happy to know that they did finally make it outside. Herculean feat to try and make a safe path down the ramp that was completely frozen over. It was comical to say the least. So I wanted to recap briefly on the whole purpose of this. Purpose, not porpoise. Though I do love dolphins. We're dealing with troubling times. It's hard to know whose side is whose, who to believe, and it's easy to lose faith. And it's not any specific faith. It doesn't matter if you're pescatarian, hi pink, Presbyterian, you're Catholic, you're Jewish, you're Islamic, you're atheist, Jehovah's Witness. It doesn't matter if you call God Bob. Nobody can come between you and your soul. And it's with your soul that your ties to the great Creator are woven. What we as a community, as the citizenry of the planet, it is our responsibility to not sit idly by. Of course, that doesn't mean take up arms like a lunatic with pitchforks going after Frankenstein's monster. But we can sit in unity with the focus of one mind, of one heart, one soul. We all come from the same source. So by holding on to that knowing that our energies can connect, I'm sure you've experienced some time where you knew the phone was going to ring, or you finished your best friend's sentence, or you just had a sense about somebody that something was wrong with your child. You know, they talk about mother's instinct. We are all woven of the same fabric, just different colors of thread. And so at this time, it was my goal, and hi, I see somebody's here. It was my goal to open the door to just 1 minute of silence, 1 minute to allow the universe, our hearts, to bind together and to send to the planet, to our countries, to our neighborhoods, to our families and friends, the design of peace, of kindness, of love. Whether we realize it or not, we are all stewards of the planet. And she's our responsibility. We can't just say, oh, well, they'll take care of it, because as we can see, most of the time they don't. And we are the voice that they have to listen to. But if we sit in the darkness and we say nothing, not even to ourselves, it's like being in a room and seeing, I'm not a fan of them, cockroaches everywhere. Well, you turn off the light so you can't see them. Well, they're not there. Oh, you know full well, having experienced that maybe, that turn on the light and all of a sudden they're just running. And so you know they're still there. But the delusion or illusion of darkness and obscuring their presence isn't good enough. We need to exterminate. It is my fondest wish that we join hands, we join hearts, and we join souls as one voice with one purpose: to bless, protect, and heal every person and every being, every corner of the planet. If you're joining for the first time and you're not familiar with the idea of the silent minute, it's believed that it originated in 1940 during the Blitz from the Germans, the Nazis, on the United Kingdom, on Britain, when in fact it was really started, or let's say proposed, back in 1917, early part of December, when the British armies were in the mountains of around Jerusalem. Excuse me. Thank you. During that time, there were two men. One was a young British officer named Wellesley Tudor Pole, and he was in conversation with another British officer. They were discussing the war and all the possibilities of the aftermath, what it could bring, what would it be like. They were on the eve of another battle, and the other man, he realized on some level that his days on Earth were to be shortened. And what he said was, I shall not come through the struggle. And like millions of other men in this war, it will be my destiny to go on now. But you, speaking to young Officer Pole, you will survive and live to see a greater and more vital conflict fought out in every continent and ocean and even in the air. And when that time comes, remember us. We shall long to play our part wherever we may be. Give us the opportunity to do so. For that war for us will be a righteous war. We shall not fight with material weapons then, but we can help you if you will let us. We shall be an unseen but mighty army. Give us the chance to pull our weight. You will still have time. Available as your servant. Let us a moment of it each day, and through your silence, give us an opportunity. For the power of silence is greater than you know. When those tragic days arrive, do not forget us. This became the mission for Major Wellesley Tudor Pole when the Blitz was happening. And so through through his guidance and with the aid of the King of England and Churchill, along with the BBC, the bells of Big Ben had been silenced because of the war, but they decided to ring out those bells every night at 9 p.m., and they broadcast it. So it was on the airwaves. And it was heard in every hospital, in every dugout. There wasn't any place that the voice of Big Ben was not echoed. There are battlefields, the hospitals, the prison camps. That minute was observed on land, sea, and air. Soon after the end of the hostilities in Europe, in 1945, there was a high-ranking German officer who was quoted as saying, "During the war, you had a secret weapon for which we could find no countermeasure and which we did not understand, but it was very powerful. It was associated with the striking of Big Ben at 9 each evening. I believe you called it the Silent Minute." So in memory of those that passed, of our ancestors, those who have fought in wars, whether here in our own countries or elsewhere, let's allow them a presence in our heart when we ask for peace, when we ask for healing. Ask for sanity and for safety. So if you're ready to join me and take a minute, take 2, but let us be silent and pray, petition, ask for the healing to be done. One soul, one heart. It's easy to get lost there. I ask, hello, Angela, I love you. I ask for love and light to be shared and blessed upon every person and every being. And that the will to do good and goodwill be shared by all. Good things are upon us. I am looking forward to a bright and shiny new tomorrow. Do you have any questions, Angela? Or anything to say? I could even drag you up here. Ha ha ha. I can hear the critters outside. There was something I was going to share. What was it? Oh, when you have a group of people, just 7 people gathered together with one focus, sending light, sending love, sending healing, sending protection. 7 has powerful potential and historically has always held some sort of, for lack of a better term, magic about it. Lucky number 7 and things happening in 7. And of course, people think of the 7 energy centers of the body. Of course, we know there's more. But gathering 7 people together, and it doesn't have to be in the same room, but just at the same moment, to hold the same thought, to focus their love and their light upon a person, upon a place, upon an ideal. Can affect so much change. So I hope tomorrow night you can find it in your schedule to be here just before 9, so that at 9 o'clock we can focus that love and that light and that desire for healing for the planet, for everyone and everything. It is 9/11, and today is January 11th. Tomorrow is my grandson Connor's birthday. It's all good. Anyway, I love you. and I will see you tomorrow. Be blessed. Bye, my friend.